So, in order to pressure Democrats into accepting Republican terms to end the shutdown, the White House is indiscriminately firing people. And today they fired something like 1,200 people at the CDC, people responsible for pandemic tracking and disease tracking and measles tracking and all the things necessary to keep the American public healthy. And I said on Blue Sky something to the effect that it was an incontestable fact that the administration is looking for ways to kill Americans. And that might sound like hyperbole, but I think when you look at the administration's public health agenda, of which these CDC cuts are part of it, I think it's hard to contest this. And moreover, I think the way to understand what's happening, in addition to there being, and I've argued this before, a very real commitment to a kind of eugenic idea of the nation, that the nation needs to be purified and made made great again by removing those who threaten the literal body politic, whether those are brown-skinned immigrants or the disabled or the sick. I've mentioned this before, but I keep on coming back to RFKs. They only die if they're sick. But the other thing I will say here, relating to this, is that these are people who don't believe in public health, period. Public health as a concept. Public health as a concept rests on an underlying idea that we do in fact live in a society and that our choices are not solely our own and that we have responsibility for each other. We have the responsibility to collectively try to keep each other healthy, or at least collectively try to reduce the spread of disease. That's where vaccine mandates come from. Are they an infringement on liberty? Absolutely. But they are an infringement on liberty in pursuit of liberty, right? In pursuit of the freedom to live. And one thing I think is true about the administration and the ideologues in it is they just reject this outright. It's as if they're taking Thatcher's quip about there not being society all the way to its logical consequence. There is no society. There are only individuals and families. There is no public health. There is no public. There's only what you yourself as an individual have responsibility for, which means in their view that there will be no government assistance, no government help, no government organization of the nation's collective health. Instead, you will be responsible for keeping yourself healthy, keeping your food safe, keeping your medicines from killing you. You will be responsible for that and for your family. And if you fail, it's because you have not done your personal responsibility. It's foisting everything onto the individual, and in this moral calculus in which those who suffer and die simply were not responsible enough, and those who survive and thrive are not only more responsible, but quite possibly a better order of person.